I got the moves. I got the moves. I'm making moves. You gotta move. You gotta make the city move. Like, whoa. I make the city move. I got the move.
One common thing found in the NBA today is that most, if not all, NBA players share the same goal, and that is to win. The ultimate reward for winning is an NBA championship. Of course, not everyone can win, there has to be some losers, and most NBA players never make it to an NBA Finals at all, even if they deserve it. So in today's video, I'm going to be looking at 5 current NBA players who I believe deserve to win a ring at some point in their career. This is a heavily opinionated video, but I hope you guys still enjoy it. If you feel like I missed anyone, drop a comment letting me know who you think should have been on here. If you're new here and enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe for more NBA content. But with that being said, let's get right into this top 5. Number 5. Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is arguably a top 5 player in the NBA, and ever since he stepped onto an NBA court as a rookie, he's been absolutely phenomenal. Over his career, he's averaged 23.7 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks per game, which is unreal. He's shot over 50% in nearly every season he's played in, and played his heart out for the franchise that drafted him, the New Orleans Pelicans. Unfortunately, the Pels front office was pretty garbage and could never surround Anthony Davis with the right amount of talent to help him lead them to any sort of success, meaning that a good 7 years of his NBA career were wasted losing. As such a great player, he deserves more, and he's finally been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. If things all go to plan, the Lakers will be one of the front runners for the NBA championship next year. As a Rockets fan, I'd obviously want the Rockets to win it all next year, but if the Lakers do manage to win next season, I wouldn't be mad at all. Anthony Davis has had to put up with terrible management for so long and not been able to see any success whatsoever. He's wasted a good amount of his prime on that team, and he deserves to see success and have success in his career. I know he's barely been in the league, he just kind of entered his prime a couple years ago, but I can't help but feel bad that he was stuck in such a bad situation for so long. So, in my opinion, I'd like to see him with a ring to his name when he retires. Number 4. Carmelo Anthony. One of the greatest scorers of all time is Carmelo Anthony. Over his brilliant career, he's averaged 23.4 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. He's also shot quite decently too, around 44% for his career. He once had a season too, where he averaged over 28 points per game. But the crazy thing is now, he's not on an NBA team, which is quite sad too. What's even sadder is that teams are looking to sign the biggest bust of all time in my opinion, Anthony Bennett, to their team over him, which I find ridiculous. I get that maybe he doesn't fit with every team, but I think there is at least 1 or 2 teams that could use him out there. You could argue that he should have left New York when he got the chance, he preferred money over winning, all of that kind of stuff. But when it's all said and done, I'd feel pretty sad that he never got to win a ring in his career, as well as he never really got a chance to make the NBA Finals or go on a deep playoff run. So again, I think he deserves to win a ring in his career, but at the very least, he deserves to be on an NBA team because at this point, the fact he's not on one is a bit ridiculous. Number 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo is coming off an MVP season where he averaged 27 points, 13 boards, and 6 assists and led his Milwaukee Bucks to the first seed and over 60 wins. It was an absolutely crazy season from him. After Kobe challenged him to win MVP, he did. He's improved so much every year, it's awesome to see. And now, Kobe has set him another challenge, to win an NBA championship, and I would love to see him win one. I know he isn't a Houston Rocket player or anything, but I love Giannis's game, and after watching his MVP speech, hearing how he grew up, where he came from, how he had to share shoes with his brother, and how humble he is, it just made me like him even more. He's a great player, but he doesn't let the awards get to his head. he stays true to himself and works extremely hard to get to the next point. And his next point is an NBA championship, and I'd love for him to win one even as early as next season. I really want to see that. I just hope the Bucks can continue to give him a great supporting cast to allow him to get to that goal. Number 2, Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose probably has the saddest story in NBA history, and perhaps one of the saddest in sporting history too. After coming off a historic season where he won the MVP and was the youngest to ever do so, he suffered injury after injury and has never been the same. He failed in New York, he nearly retired when he was in Cleveland, and then he rose again from Minnesota where he had that memorable 50-point game. It's been a great season for him, and now he's on to Detroit to hopefully start and take the Pistons over the line as a contender with Griffin and Drummond. Honestly, all I want to see is this man succeed. After falling down so many times, he continues to persist and gets back up every single time. Many would give up, but Rose doesn't. So, by the time his career is done, I want to see him with the ring on his finger. Because after all he's been through, he truly and thoroughly deserves it. Number 1, Vince Carter. And the final player on this list is Vince Carter. VC has been through 3 decades of NBA basketball, and if he is signed by a team this offseason, he'll enter the 4th. As a 42-year-old, his career is wrapping up, and he has announced that this will be his last NBA season, which is sad to see. Vince Carter is a great of the game. He brought life to basketball in the city of Toronto and had a nice mini era there with McGrady before they both moved on from the franchise. As many of the greats retire, Carter has stuck around, and now as he enters his last season, he is still left without a ring. Carter is a valuable player on any team, a brilliant mentor, and though he's old, can still bring valuable minutes and play to any team he goes to. He's still extremely athletic, which is crazy considering his age. After playing for so long, giving the NBA world so much, I think it's only right that he gets a ring in his final season. So, if for some reason any contending teams are watching this video, please pick up Vince Carter and go for that championship, because he completely deserves to have a bit of bling on his finger by the time he puts on a basketball jersey for the last time. But that will conclude the top 5. What do you guys think of this list? Who else would you want to see win a ring in their career? Let me know in the comments below. Unfortunately, school is back now, so my uploads may come less frequently, but I'll try to get one out for you guys every 3 or 4 days. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop it a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.